Chairman Dr. Joseph V.G., Shri Umar T.K., Professor Ramegowda, Professor Pujar, Mr. Stephen David, faculty, parents, and my dear graduating students of Garden City College and University. I am delighted to join all of you in the graduation festivities this pleasant evening. I especially appreciate Mr. Stephen David's persistence in ensuring my presence here. That said, I do not believe that I am either old enough, though you may disagree, or wise enough, this you may agree, to spout out words of wisdom to all of you. So, I am going to share only a few thoughts and let you enjoy the rest of the evening. There is a story of a young, earnest Zen student who asked his master, "If I work very hard and diligently, how long will it take for me to find Zen?" The master thought about this and replied, 10 years. The student then said, "But what if I work very, very hard and really apply my mind and learn fast? How long then?" Replied the master, "Well, 20 years. But if I really, really work at it, how long then?" asked the student. 30 years, replied the master. "But I do not understand," said the disappointed student. "Each time that I say that I will work harder, you say it will take me longer. Why do you say that?" Replied the master, "When you have one eye on the goal, you have only one eye on the path." This is the dilemma of the Indian education system. We are so focused on a goal, whether it be passing a test or graduating with a first class or finding a job. However, in this way, we do not really learn. Well, today you have graduated. Now, from that moment when you throw your hats to the wind, begin learning. Now you will begin to fidget. I can already see some fidgeting there. Learn. You all just packed away your books. The more enterprising among you have probably sold the books to your juniors or to the old paper wala. Now, why on earth am I asking you to learn? And what more is left for you to learn? Well, my friends, there is plenty. Plenty if you focus not just on the goal, but on the path. I am going to give you just 5 maxims, which I hope will be your final takeaway on this joyous day. First, learn to make mistakes. If you don't, you are never going to make a difference. Creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes. Art is knowing which ones to learn from. Ask yourself one question. If I did not have to do it perfectly, what would I try? For many of you, the biggest obstacle to getting there will be the fear that you have carried with you since childhood. The fear of humiliation, of embarrassment, of ridicule. Just get rid of that fear. With every mistake that we make, we discover more and more about ourselves, about who we are, our limits, our capabilities, about what we can and cannot do. They help us to be more compassionate and more tolerant with ourselves and others. By making mistakes, you will in fact learn valuable life lessons and you will become a happy learner There is so much all of us can learn from our mistakes, and the moment we see them as feedback rather than mistakes, we will no longer have this crazy fear of encountering them along our journey. 2, learn to be yourself. When I was young, an insensitive aunt once commented that I was not smart. It stuck. I grew up, passed top of my class, I became an IAS officer, but inside me, I always believed that I was not smart. Some months ago, I was trying to explain a very difficult economics concept to my daughter. And she turned around and said, "Mom, you're the smartest person I know." Now the parents who are gathered here will know how rare is a compliment from one's teenage children. For me, it hit me with a sudden realization. How many years I had wasted on a negative self-image based on someone's silly casual remark. As Steve Jobs said, don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. 3rd, learn resilience and acceptance. Let us be realistic, guys. Life is not going to go your way all the time. There are going to be ups and downs, successes, failures, disappointments. Today, you are high on indignation when you think your professor did not give you the grades that you deserve. Believe me, tomorrow you have to knock on doors until your knuckles bleed. I guarantee that. I have experienced it. Your fathers and mothers and your professors have experienced it, and we are all still experiencing it. You must have a high threshold for frustration. If you get all angry and upset, you will reach nowhere. You must pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go back and knock again. The doors will one day open. It is the only way to achieve your goals in life. 4th, never stop learning. Now let me hasten to add that it is not the learning from books or certificate courses that I am talking about. What I mean is more accurately described as broadening your horizons. We use this term without internalizing its full impact. Our education system is too structured, scheduled, and restrictive. The menu and the timetable are there in the prospectus. Take your choice of the degree program, sign up, take the courses, pass the exams, write theses, and out you come like you came out today, certified, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a journalist. Along the way, most graduate programs confine you to the professional cultures that you are preparing to enter. In medicine and law, you are not taught much about the minds and the spirits of the people that you are preparing to serve. In the humanities and social sciences, everything will conspire to keep you close to the library and the computer and away from the real subject of your study, people, and even more so from people who think differently from you. When you enter the professional world, it gets worse. Doctors talk only to doctors. IAS officers only to IAS officers. Until it seems that we are all developing separate languages, like the biblical Tower of Babel. Don't let the weakness of the system become your weakness. Look critically at what you are asked to learn and how. Stretch out, reach out, travel. Nothing substitutes for travel, both within India and overseas, though it takes time, money, and the courage to risk being thought unserious by the faculty, by your family, and maybe even by yourself. It doesn't matter whether you fly, drive, or squeeze into a second-class railway compartment. Parents, listen, you may have to pay for this too, but it is in a good cause. Finally, learn to love. Everyone overuses the word love. I just love your shoes. I just love Deepika Padukone. It's just the way people talk. But one day you'll find the real thing. The real thing is great. If you work at it and get it right, it will make you happier than anything else that you do in your life. Think of the world as a big glass of water with some salt in it. You have a choice. You can try to pick out the salt one by one, or you can keep pouring in more water so eventually it gets less bitter and salty. As you begin your new journey, you can try to remove everything that you find distasteful in the world, or you can just pour in more and more love. It is the only thing that the more you give away, the more you have. Congratulations, dear students. Welcome to real life. You have graduated from the Garden City University. So that is all I have to say to you today. Don't be in such a tearing hurry to get everything. Enjoy the journey of life. You can do anything. Take a moment to give yourself, your parents, your teachers, and me, your chief guest, a loud applause. Thank you.